We are live on YouTube.
I moved that out the way now that it fucked up the whole setup.
There goes the first 7 seconds. Blown.
Yeah.
Pause.
At least y'all ain't see it, really. Those who ain't watching, I can bring it closer now. You know, but we gonna say what's up. How's everybody doing? In the YouTube world.
Yes.
Me and Z are here. Yeah.
The PNP show live. The live broadcast.
Right.
As my man Bill O'Reilly would say, F it and do it live. Trying not to curse you first.
I hate this video.
7 minutes. Give y'all 7 minutes and I'm going crazy.
This is ass. But yeah, we're gonna have to back up. I can actually back it back up. What was that, brother?
Spark this.
That's somebody, I'm sure.
Tobacco is full of tobacco. There's nothing else in here but tobacco.
So they say, but yeah, man, we live. Yo, what up, Facebook?
Yeah.
We got something we want to talk about today, man. When he laid this one up on me, where you want to go to the Ari Lennox?
Yeah, we go straight to the Ari Lennox joint. Yeah, you want to go straight to the colorism joint, like
colorism.
Okay, give context.
Right.
So basically, Ari Lennox came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if this wasn't a live, we would actually play the video for y'all. But Ari Lennox came out and she basically made a statement speaking on how she felt kind of felt the way because the show Martin, for those that don't know, Martin was a show in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? You know, the hip hop show, we'll call it hip hop, you know, urban show, you know what I'm saying? Starring Martin Lawrence, you know, and a cast of others. It was hilarious, it was culture, it was, you must see TV, you had to be in the house on Thursdays at 8 o'clock to see it. All of that, you know what I'm saying? So she pretty much made a statement saying that he might have went a little too hard on Pam because she was dark skinned. And so it created this whole debate of the colorism thing, once again. You know what I'm saying? And me and Jimmy come from that era, so we come from the seeing nothing but light skinned women portrayed as, you know, this, the Come Save Me, the Vanessa Williams, the Vanities and all the movies back then, you know, it was always saving a light skinned woman. But
trash in the dark skin.
Yeah, the dark skinned woman was always the nappy headed, hood, crackhead.
Color purple.
Right.
See?
That's a great point. You know what I'm saying? So we can have we can speak on this because we see it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think this is one where me and Jimmy gotta stand on the opposite sides of it because I don't see it that way. My bro does. He kind of sees it as maybe she went, you know, the writers and Martin and everybody, maybe they give the jokes a little too hard on Pam because of the dark skin thing, and that's kind of what the comedy was back then. I don't really necessarily see it like that. I thought everybody kind of caught it straight, but you know, I'll let my brother take off from here.
I kind of noticed that as I got older. When I was young, I just looked at it as comedy, right? Now, my sister, you know, my sisters are brown skinned, right? And I never really looked at it like that, but you know, because I always looked at my sisters as being pretty. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty girls. So I really me personally, I didn't really notice it, but I noticed it like, you know, like when the new came around, like when the light skinned girl came around, it was a little bit of a different reaction for guys, but my personal opinion, I feel like blacks love anything different because, you know, a lot of niggas looking for a Latin joint or prefer a white joint or a different. So I think, do they prefer certain colors? Nah. But let me get to the Martin thing for certain. I felt like personally about Martin, he was just dogging Pam too much, period. Like, I don't even think it could have been written that way because that's how the scripts were. But I feel like he was just so hard on her. Like, I know he was tough on Tommy, you know, Chrome Dome. And what was his nickname for Cole, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't really.
Cole was kind of the butt of everybody's joke because he was the one that still lived with his mom.
And he kind of did stupid stuff like he told, you know, like, but every episode, he just went so hard on Pam, I felt like I feel like it was almost like an obvious you like her situation.
Right. Somebody made a good point. Well, I ain't gonna say a good point. Somebody made a point, and they were saying how he was specifically.
How you doing?
What up? What up? Appreciate you tapping in. He was specifically called out her nappy hair.
Right.
He was like kitchen is being her butt BDB. No, that was the nickname BDB. That was one of the nicknames.
Facts.
When they were saying that, and I was like, damn, don't make me look at Martin in this way. You know what I'm saying? Or that, not him personally, but just the show and the writers and everybody that kind of, because I was like, I don't want to put them in that category that they sold out to the Hollywood. Okay, in order to get this show on Fox, you got to clown a dark-skinned woman and a light-skinned woman. You got to, look, Pam couldn't keep a man. Gina had Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you start to look at the narrative.
Not just that. Think about this too, Z. Not just that. Every episode she was chasing a man. You know, every episode she was a third. But you know, this is something that Malcolm Jamal Warner, rest in peace, and Eddie Griffin was speaking about the show, that the narratives, they were not happy where Hollywood was trying to take narratives, and they were not, you know, agreeing with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think before their 100th show, before they can get syndicated, they cut the show, right? But anyway, that's because of the narratives that, you know, people look at us today based off of what they see on TV. So they knew what they were doing. So I don't think it was Martin. I just feel like in order for you to get this check, my boy, in order for you to get this check, my boy, you're going to have to we going to throw these in here. Y'all just got to act it out.
That's one of them, they in the meeting room, because that show came on Fox, so they in the meeting room in Fox, and one of them, one of them guys sits down, you know what I'm saying, one of the execs, and it's like, you know what would be funny, Martin?
Right.
If you just make fun of her dark skin, her
nappy
hair, call her Beady, you know what I'm saying, like, and he like,
because it's
God damn, you know, and he can make it funny to where we gonna laugh at it, but we don't know what took place behind them boardrooms to where they might have been like, he might have had Pam having a husband, and they might have been like, nah, we need her to be always looking for a man, always this, that, and the third. So he might have had to change her whole character. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I would hate and I would hope that ain't the, what happened, and that she was kind of written like that, but then you look at Sinead and look at her character. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, she just happened to be brown skin, dark skin, hood as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, God damn. And you think of remember the Living Color, Miss what's her name? You ain't heard it from the gossip, but you ain't heard it from. Yeah, so you start to look at those characters, and it's like, God damn, they all was dark skin.
Yo,
no one was light skin.
What's crazy about what you said? Like, let's go to dark skin and Viv.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they didn't like her confidence, her power, because like that
she was
but she was pretty. Mm-hmm. She was confident, and then she was outspoken on black. Like that was major.
Right.
To where they went to the right. Yeah. And they went to the light skin and Viv. Who very rarely said a word.
More submissive. Did she even have a career? I don't even know when she was light skinned.
I think Viv stopped working too. I think Viv stopped working too.
But remember, she was at least doing the dance school. Remember, Viv was the dark skinned woman was doing the dance school. Yeah. I don't think the light skinned on Viv did nothing.
But you know that Aunt Viv was supposed to be the star of the show at first. Not necessarily the star, but she was the head. She had the most acting experience, and she was like
as far as
she was the not say the lead, but she was like the co-star pretty much of the show. But it took off. But the scripts of a lot of these shows, we could talk about this a lot. It's just been fucked up. I think. It's been about 5 minutes. But it was messed up. I hope she's not, like bringing. Maybe she just brought Martin up as a reference because she could, she didn't have like off the top of the head, she didn't have Brown's, another story of, what I'm saying? Like, I don't think maybe she was, trying to bring too much heat to Martin itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I think, and then we really, well, not excuse me, I really wanted to speak on too the sensitivity with this particular, age demographic coming up. Like, y'all gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are finding a lot of stuff way too sensitive where you're about to really box yourself in. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you can't really even conversate with people because you're gonna feel too, disrespected. And, oh my God, you said this. I can't believe you said that. Like, so I gotta chill. Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah, man. I need to relax with that.
Too fucking soft. I believe, with that.
Chill out.
But I've noticed colorism. To be honest, I've noticed it. Like if I see, if I see a nigga light skin or dark skin, it's the same situation.
Right.
But I know, the fair skinned male and female probably would be more. They feel more like other nationalities would feel safer with the lighter skin.
Definitely. And you know what? That's what we're gonna start doing. Like, I feel like we should need to start having those conversations live and on these shows and start having open dialogue. I would love to get a clan member up here and have an open conversation.
Fact.
Like straight up. You know what I'm saying?
It would end up fighting, bro. Like it would have to be like camera, video.
Oh yeah. And like on some what's my man, Maury Povich back in the day. Like,
type situation.
Yeah, and it ain't even got it. I would love to have a black nationalist up here and be like, yo, why do you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Or a black Israelite be like, yo, why you feel like the white man is the devil? And let him get his shit off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and just have those conversations. Like, I would love to sit down and
we need those kind of conversations.
Dico, what up, brother?
Everybody's so uptight, though. We need those type of conversations, honestly.
Yeah, you're right, Dico. Damn, Dico, you made a good point. You said Fred did Esther worse. Yeah, he did. He used to talk crazy about Esther. Sam. Ooh. He used to talk crazy about her.
Nah, they was the same though. He talked crazy about her, but every episode it was a constant.
She used to
get
back
to the door.
Yeah,
she get. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So is that the narrative that they put on us to not get along with each other?
Yeah. Because now you got thank you, Dico. Because now you got me thinking Martin. We got a couple years on us, so he grew up really watching that and was inspired by that. So did he get that Pam and Martin back and forth from the Aunt Esther and Fred Sanford back and forth? Now watching that, you know what I'm saying?
Next question I want to ask, or did the writers of the narrative, you know what I'm saying? See, because I feel like a lot of these niggas ain't really writing nothing but their own jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, they're told, this stuff you're gonna bust it down. Oh, you can put your own twist on it. But they're probably saying like, you heard the word BDB will be high, it will get this, that, and the third. So he threw it in there and it hit. Who knows what the situation is, but it's like, now that you got me on Sanford and son, it got me like, damn. I'm going back thinking now.
You gotta go back way.
Now two dark skin joints that was on each other's throat all the time was but they ended up being together on Living Single.
Oh yeah.
Max and
my man
Kyle.
Kyle. Yeah.
Max and Kyle. So they was at each other's throat. You despise me. But at the end of the day, the truth came out that they was really, they were really.
I know we gotta move on, but I got one question. Let's see, you know what I'm saying? Who was the first successful dark-skinned person you can remember on TV? And does Bill Cosby count as dark-skinned? Because he definitely wasn't light skinned. He wasn't light skinned. And Felicia aside, they kind of,
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I would have to say it. Like if I had to pick one, I would have to say it. Because I just, as far as my TV memories going back, you know what I mean, in like real sitcoms, I know BS, but like real sitcoms, like yeah, I would have to say the Cosby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, but we ain't even old enough to know it's probably somebody.
Because Weezy was dark skinned.
Nah, Sanford. Jimmy Walker in Good Times and
He was successful.
I mean, oh, you mean successful on the show?
Yeah, on the show
Jefferson. The
Weezy, but Weezy was a housewife. George Jefferson was light skinned, and Weezy was a housewife.
Yeah, but Weezy wasn't.
Florence was the baby.
Weezy wasn't. Yeah, but they went at each other's throats too.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, you're right.
They was on
the dark skinned woman with the attitude.
Yeah, but she
wasn't really dark skinned.
Nah, and she wasn't. She just didn't fuck with Mr. Jefferson.
Yeah. I'm going back on the marathon. I'm watching the marathon.
Yeah, I'm about to watch the Jefferson. That shit was classic for real, for real. He said buckwheat.
Yo!
That nigga was definitely not successful. He had to go back to the plantation after the episode was over.
Was anybody on What's Happening successful? Nah, because they was kids, so I can't.
I mean, but what's successful?
When I say they portrayed them as successful, like they had a good job.
Okay.
I mean, they personally, but on the TV
Will
show,
Smith.
their character was successful. You know what I'm saying? Like a dark skinned.
I mean, Steve Irwin. Average guy, but they wasn't poor.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Carl Winslow was a
Decent, you know, hard working. His kids went to college, you know.
But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Carl Winslow.
See, but that wholesome shit.
Cause that's what I'm trying to think. How many black men did they show wholesome family men?
That wholesome shit didn't last long.
That wasn't angry. Like, cause we had, you know what I'm saying, like you just said, we had Good Times and we had Mr. Evans, but Mr. Evans was angry. Every fucking scene,
Because
he was cussing somebody out.
He pretty much is, I'm him.
He was a real representation of black men.
Of what exact, that's why I feel like TV shows made, you know, shaped.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we fall from
Demetrius, what up, bro?
niggas ain't never gonna see Fresh Prince of Bel-Air status.
Nah.
You know, so Cosby Show, even the Cosby Show, Dr. Lawyer, I mean, oof.
Yeah, that was some other shit. Like, and he wasn't even getting in college, man.
Hillman, like all the kids, like everybody was.
It was still segregation.
Yeah, we was like, what?
You can do that?
Yeah, that shit inspired niggas.
Shit. Yeah.
Shout out to Bill Cosby, the real Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I know we gotta
Move on.
transition. Pause. I feel like I gotta pause.
Don't ever, yeah, I don't want you to say that.
But see, that's fucked up because now we can't say transition. They run into transition in basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's different, because you said basketball immediately after. I think you gotta say whatever. I think you gotta say it immediately. 'Cause niggas is out of nowhere. No, did it? You like, who said that? But
oh man, what you want to go to Shay or to the BBL thing?
you said, let's go BBL, because yeah.
This is a good one because this is fucking insane to me. This shit
So,
flipped on us.
you wanna?
Yeah, so basically, and shout out to everybody that started this conversation. ADOS certified, you specifically, girl. I'm gonna clip this up and tag you in this. But you know, she's not the only one though. There's been a trend of, I don't know if you've noticed, like a lot of women are losing weight now. So you know what I'm saying? Like Megan Thee Stallion, she lost a lot of weight. So a lot of women are going away from being a voluptuous type and trying to slim down, right?
Don't do that.
So there was this, for whatever reason, questions being put out there saying that men are the reason that women started getting BBLs in the first place because we glorified it and made women feel the way that they needed to feel, that they had to go get them. I think that shit is totally crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where and why that shit is starting, but y'all are bugging out. No, we are not responsible for that. That was the insecurities in yourself. when you see these naturally shaped women getting a lot of love, and now all of a sudden, boom, oh, I gotta go get this. They came out with the surgery, and a lot of them started running.
Do you have to watch one?
Nah, that's all.
Okay, that's not sense. But yeah, I just want to chime in quick because I don't want to be here long because we always talk about this. When, what man, like for real, like men, we don't. Alright, we'll look at a BBL, but I'm not interested in fake. Like me personally, like you know, I want you how God made you. You know what I'm saying? And I think most men, really, that's what we want as a woman, right? We want a natural woman. Now, who we gonna lust after? Will we lust after? Like, yeah, we like men, like we creatures of sight. So yeah, if a bitch has a BBL, yeah, we're gonna look. But is that guaranteeing you a man? Like, cause to real, like, to be honest, like a chick can get any man she wants because you got a pussy. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, don't gas yourself up like. And I don't even want to be mean when I'm saying this, but guys will take you as you are. Just carry yourself the way you are. We don't want that, is all I'm trying to say. We prefer natural women.
Yeah, like we made fun of it, and that's what it killed me with this conversation, and this trend being started of men are responsible. Like, we posted pictures making fun of it, and here comes the my body, my choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, well, you're right. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't for men. When we spoke out against it, y'all get to do what y'all want to do. Now that it's becoming unpopular and women are looking crazy, and y'all do, like, for women that get it, like, we've said this before, like, you know, a couple years ago on this show, we was like, yo, we cannot wait for 10 years from now. It's still probably about 7, 8 years in now to where this, you know, this whole thing been a thing. About 3 to 4 more years, about 22 years. What about 5? Because I'm trying to think with Kim Kardashian kind of.
Oh yeah, I would say maybe about 6, 7.
Right. So like
we've been talking about it.
Right.
For 5.
So you got the 22-year-olds that did it. That's getting closer to their 38, 40s. That's gonna look crazy. So what? Either you go redo the procedure to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Because naturally, gravity works and everything starts to drop. So are you either gonna keep this up by keep getting these procedures, or take it out and look crazy? Like either or, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm anxious to see how y'all gonna handle this in your 40s when you went and got the surgery in your 20s. I'm really curious.
And I just want to state risk. Like, risk over reward. Like, you talk about surgery. You talk about, I don't know, do they get put to sleep?
I didn't even think about that, yeah, because now you're 40-something going to surgery. I didn't even think about that.
I'm just saying, period. Like, I might need to fact check, but it's a possibility that something bad can happen during this process.
Yeah.
I want to say
There's
something.
really in depth. Remember when it was a thing when the woman was getting the fake silicone butt and they was dying doing that? Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's like risk reward. What's the reward for more eyes on you? Right? I'm not like, look, we're not bashing. We're just letting you know because somehow y'all feel like it's our fault. So I'm gonna clear up this whole conversation that it's not our fault. It's your wrong. And then now that we on this, y'all need to take more accountability.
Please.
Period. Like, we've been saying this for a long time. Everybody, like women in particular, want men to start taking accountability, right? And then now I've noticed men are starting to take more accountability. Like, we starting to own up to our shit. And then what happens is y'all not gonna own up. You can't just kick this over here to us.
Right.
I don't know if any man asked you to get one, then that's a different story.
Yeah.
But because men look at it, getting one that's you.
Right.
that's in your head. You see, if you think because other men are looking at butts and you go get your butt done, that's not a man's fault. That's your fault.
Yeah. Like you said, like for you to say we posted women that had these enhancements, and so therefore you looked at that picture and said, I gotta look like that. You didn't go ask your man that you was in a relationship with and ask you if he liked you how you are.
Right.
You immediately disregarded how he felt about you, every woman across the globe, and said, I gotta look like that. So fuck what my man think, I gotta aspire to be that because 100 million other men posted this is what I wanna look like. This is what, we like. And now all of a sudden, like Jimmy said, now because the shit ain't popular no more, and again, y'all follow the trend.
And trends in.
Yeah.
They move on. So the fact that you're gonna change your body for a trend,
Right.
yo, man, like, and
Bugging out.
yo, what's crazy is, think about this too, Z. Here's the biggest thing, like, a lot of them will be like, they looking at TV, right? And then on TV does this on purpose for y'all to go get BBLs. Think about this. First of all, they'll have the ones who have them professionally done by the best top-notch cosmetics in the world on TV. When you see that shit, and then half the time, right, it's not even a BBL. They just gonna show you the fattest asses ever on TV. So the regular bitches with fat asses on TV, then you got the BBLs. And if you don't have a fat ass, right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You might feel insecure, right? And then that's really what that is. But, yo, look, love it. Like somebody somewhere love it, and yo, just love yourself more than that.
Right. Like you can't, like the my body, my choice thing is so hypocritical because like Jimmy said, you can't love your body in this aspect and then hate it in this aspect. Like it's bugged out.
Nah, but you want to fix your body to your liking. I mean, that's your choice. That's not a man's. Please don't blame us about that.
Let me read Demetrius' comment. He said, we as men will say we don't want the BBL, we don't want the big eyelashes, we don't want the fake baby hair, but because women are competing with each other, they will do all of that. And that is a fucking perfect example.
They're competing with each other.
The eyelashes look crazy. Like, thank God we're in an era, you know what I'm saying? Because we're all of a certain age that we ain't really got to deal with that too much with the crazy eyelashes and all of that. But that shit be looking crazy, ladies. Like, y'all gotta cut that out. Like,
Chicks and I ever do it because you know what's weird? Women don't want to age. You know what I'm saying? They really want to stay. Like, if their daughter look good and their daughter come around, you looking good. They wanna be young like that. Like we do too. Like I'm never gonna change the way I dress.
right.
I saw Mike Epps say that. Like, but I'm not competing. Like men ain't really competing with each other. If we are, we're trying to get more money than this. Like we trying to have more money. I'm trying to have a better car.
Right.
I'm trying to have the better wife. Like you trying to. That's the competition.
Right.
Like we're not going. Like we're not gonna male enhance and
Right.
I don't even care
Right.
about that. Like we move differently, and it's hard for us as men to understand the way y'all move, and it's hard for y'all to understand how we move. But if we have these open conversations, and so we know how each other is feeling, you know what I'm saying? Listen,
Yeah.
because ain't nothing wrong. Look, ass ain't everything, bro. Because ass stink.
Right.
I want the pussy anyway. Like how far is it? I mean,
Right. Everybody out here ain't gonna be blessed like Cherry. You just not. It's whether naturally or unnatural, you just not. You just not. So go about your day and just be happy with it.
I was about to say some real plausible shit, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm just saying it goes both ways. Same thing with men and women. Like it just nigga, everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody just ain't gonna be,
Listen, I stopped growing at 5'9" and 3/4. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I mean, I wish
know what I mean? You just roll with it. We love you though, man. I just want to say that, men to the women, we love y'all. Right. You know what I'm saying? And let's go back to the complexion thing. Like dark skin, like all shades of black. Like we love women. I think the narratives have been set for us, and we just going off the narratives instead of actually talking to each other to see what each other, actually feel. Right. So we living off narratives and shit like that because we hate each other. Like I don't know what the problem is. Like
yeah. Self-hatred is real. Self-hatred is very real. And it's sad. Like to flip it on some real shit. I know we having the jokes what we're talking about, but like, we always say, we probably say this once every 3 episodes, medicine in the candy. Mm-hmm. The self-hatred and the self-mutilation, women don't, y'all gotta stop because you're teaching your daughters that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody put a picture of an old picture of little Kim. It was real quick, you know what I'm saying? We'll get back off of this ball.
She was pretty back in the day.
Yeah. She was like, they put a picture of her getting booked in back in July. Like she was happy, it was like an old memory somebody put up. And like you said, she was my complexion, you know what I'm saying? Pretty as fuck. Compared to when you look at it now, she bleached the skin and it's just like, woman, you know what I mean? Like, stop doing that to please other women. You know what I mean? Like, and trying to fit into society. No, man. Black men love it. You ain't got to do more.
We do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but again, I'm not gonna use the T word, but to go to another subject.
We're gonna move on.
Speaking of why we love black women and why you need to stop fucking with the Canaanites. Shannon Sharp. Jeez.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp, man. Okay, move. Shannon Sharp, man. I fuck with dude, man. But why? Somebody was roasting him on some shit. I wish we could play it. But in the next episode that we gonna. What he said?
He said he was just agreeing with us. He was like, yes, we love all shades of black women. Facts.
All sizes too. Like, don't get it confused. Like, niggas will fuck anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. And for real, for most niggas, if they'll fuck anything, they'll also like anything. You gotta think about it in that sense, because if
that's a hell of a way to say it, but you're absolutely right.
It is, because if you think about it, you'll be like, you don't, but you'll see certain couples, and whatever they see in each other, they see, they probably, like I said, man, I've seen niggas wife $40 jobs.
Yeah.
Just because he paying constantly, the chicks he found one, they hit it off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there for everybody, man. So, yeah, do your thing. You know what I mean? Man, fuck more. That's what I'm saying. Fuck more.
But use protection, because we don't need no unnecessary children out here.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Strap up, but fuck more, man. Maybe let's unify. Let's get this energy flowing. Like, we bickering and arguing, but then Shorty gonna go home and get the rose, and he gonna go jerk off to Pornhub.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with having children if you can provide them the best opportunity in life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of like my mantra moving forward. Like, I ain't even gonna knock you for having kids as long as you giving that kid the best chance you can give that child in life. If you're not in a position to do that, then don't have a child. And that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just don't, because it's not fair to that child to come up struggling in the same struggle that you created for this child, and you could have just not had a child. So,
I'm gonna give y'all a word, right? That, like, there's a narrative about us, and it's funny, like words like baby daddy, baby mom. Those shits come up when you talk about us. So I think we need to change the narrative simply by, let's stop, like what Z said, let's stop having babies until we want to have babies with, you know what I'm saying? If you want to fuck, strap up. You know what I'm saying? Use some form of protection. Like, y'all out here, and chicks too, man, stop doing it, stop giving, like, man, like, how do I explain it? Like, you just start fucking wrong with a nigga, you know, because you want the nigga to be more than what it is. Like, and niggas too. Like, if you get red flags, I don't know where this came in, but because I was talking to somebody else, if you get red flags from somebody constantly, don't put them shits to the side and kind of, you know, that'll change and that'll get better, because it's not. It might, but if you're not getting those signs, just open your eyes and start listening to this, you know, watching and paying attention. Because you're wasting your time trying to hope that the shit will be better. Then you're already gonna be old. But Shannon Sharp, man.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
He gotta stop fucking with white girls, man.
Yeah, man. Was it worth it? At the end of the day, was it worth it? Like, they said ESPN fired you, but we all knew that was coming, you know what I mean? So I ain't even gonna say they fired you, you know, y'all just had to part ways because, you know, they trying to protect their image. So we knew that was coming. But you was about to get $100 million from them, you know what I mean? And go over there and do what you had to do over there.
I think that was a setup.
It had to be, yo. It had to be.
Because this ain't the first
Right.
time that he's, like, this ain't the first, like, he does shit, like, these dudes, these dudes a little bit weirder than normal people, bro. They used to certain, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was trying to pay her off. That's how you know this shit is nothing. It's a breeze.
Right.
He trying to pay. Hey, man, move.
Let me this is foul. And I'm not asking you to answer specifically. I'm just asking.
I want to.
I'm just asking in a general sense, right?
Okay.
Because this is foul. You're a superstar athlete all your life. I mean, from all your life. So from high school to the point where, you know, you start popping shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all your life. So it's just getting thrown at you. You know what I mean? So do you think these dudes develop some type of, like, it's a, yeah, because they've been doing this their whole life. So, and then just so, you know, the higher you get, like, you know, you figure when you get to the college level, so now, you know, that freak level goes to another level. You get in NBA, right? Yo. And then you get to the NFL, so now you got bread on top of the groupies getting thrown at you. So, do you think they kind of just get a little too ridiculous with it to where they get the judgment gets too cloudy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I kind of do.
Can't take, you know.
But I kind of feel like once you get a status of any kind, you at risk with any chick that you fuck with. Like when I want to retract what I said about he got to stop fucking the white girls. What I mean by that is he got to stop fucking random white girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you going to get you a nice girl and you want to do that type shit too, make her be your girlfriend or whatever, do it. That's the problem with these niggas now is they just, any chick is a, like, what's the Kardashian nigga? Like, anybody could be a payday. Like, when you famous. Like, I'm not, if I was famous, niggas would think I was gay. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't married, because I'm not gonna be fucking. I'm not losing my.
Be moving a certain way.
Yeah, you gotta be, because they out to get you, and they gonna hold that card until they ready. Yeah. And that's what they did. This, you know, to him. I think he always been a nasty, you know, butt plug ass nigga. But you know what I mean. But when it's time for a payday like you talking about, because they wasn't gonna allow. What was this gonna be for? The ESPN?
ESPN, so he was probably gonna get, you know how they got the Pat McAfee joint, and he probably got like a 4 or 5 hour block. Pretty much what I'm thinking it was gonna be Stephen A. Smith, Pat McAfee, and Shay running ESPN. That's how I'm looking at it.
And they're not gonna have, first of all, Stephen A. just got paid.
Right.
Big bucks.
Big bucks.
So ain't no way two brothers was gonna be getting paid on the same platform that kind of money.
You know what? You got even made me think of something. Here's my conspiracy theory, y'all. So ESPN just bought the Red Zone, right? They bought the Red Zone, NFL Red Zone, and Pat McAfee pretty much is going to get about 50 to 60% of that airtime. Still going, I don't know if they still going to call it Red Zone, but whatever.
He gonna be the one.
Like you said, what if Pat McAfee said this little chick at Shea 2 years ago? Cause he been put the plan in motion about taking over. You see what I'm saying? Like niggas play dirty like that. Yeah. So now, like you said,
you can't get Stephen.
Yup. You can't get Stephen A. Because Stephen A. is on his shit. But I got Shay. Shay an athlete. I see you coming up in this media
already. Now, if you look at Shay, but Shay got his own shit. That
Yeah, he got the club Shay, and he got the
joint with the
Ocho, yeah.
So nightcap. So that would be too much money for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That would definitely put his status
right.
That if he would have got that 100 million plus that, syndicated show, TV show. So I don't know. Maybe this is just entertainment. This is just how our heads going. But anything's possible.
Anything possible. But like it's just kind of weird now how they bought in the red zone joint and they gave Pat McAfee because I think they're gonna give him like another 3-hour block and he gonna get like an hour and a half, 2 hours of that. So it's crazy that matter of fact, I'm bugging. They're gonna get that whole Sunday block. This is red zone. I'm bugging. He gonna get like 3 hours of that. So I guess he'll be
from
so he'll probably do some sort of pregame, and he might go up until the beginning of the 4 o'clock game when they get off the air and then let them
let me ask you a question. Yeah, how the fuck is he saying shit and fuck at 12 p.m.
Ain't that crazy?
On ESPN?
Ain't that crazy? Yes, they let this dude get away with all kinds of, and I fuck with Pat McAfee, so I don't even want to sound like a hater. But
and Stephen A. I don't know if you watch him. He says, I don't know what you do with TV shows, but we don't do that here. We gotta wear a suit. When you look at Pat McAfee shit, them niggas be in hoodies. Them niggas is being there having a good time.
Right.
And I think First Take has been around for a while, but it's gonna have to keep up with the times because I start watching Pat McAfee just depending on who's on the show, and I start tuning in more, and I'm like, I'm getting all the sports, but I'm getting it in a cooler delivery.
About to say some controversial shit.
Go ahead.
I want to see how you feel, how I feel. Do you think that after a while, because all these networks did it, and they started running with the same format, having the pretty face be the mediator for the debate shows, that shit kind of got played out. Because you had the Joy Taylors, the Mollies, in the world, to where it's like every show was formatted the same. You get the guy, you get the Stephen A. Smith type, whether Stephen A., whether Skip Bayless, whether whoever. You get the pretty face, that's the mediator, and you get a bunch of retired athletes and a couple of other media guys.
That's that old
hierarchy
type shit they used to that patriarch type
right.
shit.
And every show was kind of based off the same shit. Like everything was the same. So it's kind of like you said, you get tired of it. You get tired of it.
It's time to transition to some wilder. And like you said, that pretty, because guys when guys talk sports. You gotta know in detail the sports conversation. You just can't, because a lot of times, I love watching Molly. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times it's more personal or it's more, you know what I'm saying, when they're going in. Shout out to the chick who used to play ball. I can't remember her name, but she fills in for Molly sometimes. The athletes, the ex-WNBA players, when they do it and they talking, basketball, it's like, so I just want to watch a good sports show. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even care about pretty face and none of that shit. So
it just seemed like that was the format for every show. I mean, from 6 o'clock in the morning till pretty much 5 o'clock in the evening. You know what I mean? That's what you was gonna see. You know what I mean? So
Rob, what up?
Rob, what up, bro? Yeah. So it was like you said, Pat McAfee kind of shook it up. Like you said, it became more of a guys thing, and dudes just in there talking shit about sports. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, who knows, man. But
That's how it should be.
now we got Cam made shout out to y'all. And it is what it is.
Oh, now that we on that Cam, you say Cam, right?
Oh,
yes.
The other Cam.
Cam Newton.
yeah.
Cam Newton and who was it? He's having a
This is a
debate.
good conversation.
Yes.
This is a good conversation.
All right, so Cam Newton, Jalen Hurts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Book had this. I'm gonna give you my take real quick. To me, Cam Newton was a greater player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out when I say this. He's a greater player because of what he did.
Right.
Like he took the Carolina Panthers consistently, you know, to where they was gonna be, possibly a threat in the playoffs. He actually took them to the Super Bowl. Now, if we look at the roster, yeah, their defense was, it was still something to contend with. But he constantly took them to the, he made them relevant. Because let's talk about since he left, right? Nothing in Carolina. Now, Jalen Hurts is a good player, right? What is it?
Nah, I don't know. Once you finish, Digo just asked, can we watch a football game without commentators? Nope. I probably couldn't. I could, but it would be boring.
I want us to do it, though.
But you know what? They're going to a live game to do it, so
Yeah.
I could do it. I take it back.
I could do it. Now, but you can hear him, first down. You know what I'm saying? You need that, yeah. But Jalen Hurts to me is a better, he's a better fit for what the Eagles have going on right now. Now, is he better because he has a Super Bowl win? But to me, if you put Cam Newton on the Philadelphia Eagles, would they not be in the same position? Like, would he win a Super Bowl?
Would he have won? Right.
Would he win a Super Bowl? And the answer is yes, because what Cam Newton did in his reign when he was in the league, and to me, he wasn't the most technical guy, like the most fun, everything, fundamentals, but he was just a problem. That big nigga out, when you playing, it's always that dude which is bigger, stronger, and faster. And he just opposes will. So that was just my argument. And when he was talking about Ryan Clark and them, a lot of people don't deserve to speak on Cam Newton. That's just my opinion. So.
No, I'm with you on that. Excuse me. The championship thing makes a lot of conversations unfair. And I say that to say, you got somebody as good as Jalen Hurts is, right? And Cam Newton said what he said. Yes, Jalen Hurts did win the Super Bowl. And like Jimmy said, if you put somebody like a Cam Newton in that, system.
Let's put Lamar in.
Right. So, because my thing is, to me, right now, at this very moment, Lamar Jackson is a way better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. And he ain't even sniffed the Super Bowl yet.
Why is that?
I wouldn't even say the system. I just say he's playing in a much harder conference. Pause.
You think he's better than Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I definitely do. If I had to start a franchise from scratch, that way you taking Jalen Hurts off of that Philly team and you taking Lamar off that Baltimore team, and just pure talent, I'm definitely taking Lamar Jackson. I'm taking Josh Allen first. Before I take
Lamar?
No, not over Lamar. I'm taking him over Jalen Hurts. Because just talent-wise, his arm isn't as good as theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, when you got, Jalen Hurts, you figure he got, 2 all-pro wide receivers, you know what I'm saying? He got, like I said, the boy is talented, you know what I'm saying? And we've been watching this kid since Alabama, you know what I'm saying, before he transferred to Oklahoma. So we know, the kid is talented. I'm not taking nothing fucking away from him, but, again, that's like saying Dan Marino wasn't a better quarterback than Joe Montana. And to me, he was. Because if you put Dan Marino in Joe Montana's system, Jesus Christ, I can give him Jerry Rice.
I'm a 49er fan from back in the day. I don't want to tell Wise that. I grew up a 49ers fan. But yeah, I don't know about that. Me personally though, I would take Jalen Hurts. And the reason I would take Jalen Hurts is because he ain't gonna take no risk. Like, I would say he's one of the best game managers. This is another term that Cam Newton uses. I think Jalen Hurts is a great game manager. Plus, he's mobile. Plus, he can hit that long pass. He can hit the, I wouldn't say, he's not better than none of those guys that you named. He's not better than, better than them, but I don't think Lamar Jackson, I don't think Josh Allen are great game managers. And then they're not good in clutch time.
Now that plays a major part.
And that's why, that's in the playoffs.
That's
In the playoffs, you gotta know that you going into a game. I'm speaking on Lamar Jackson. You got to know going in the game, your game plan. And you know what you can do. Like, he's another Cam Newton when I say exceptional, Michael Vick. Like, they know that I can, why are you trying to prove that you can pocket pass or that prove that you can throw it? Because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dan, what up?
Accuracy, and I want to be honest. Do you think he's an accurate passer?
Jalen Hurts?
No.
Lamar?
Yes.
Yeah. I think people, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about in clutch time.
Yeah, because what's fucked up about it. What was that game against Kansas City? You know what I'm saying? What was it last year? The first game.
Yeah.
He made a beautiful pass. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He made a beautiful pass, and what's his name just came down and his foot was like that.
And then the drum with Andrew.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's had his moments to where he has been clutch. He has been clutch, and it just didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy too, and we can go back to the NFL and the conspiracy of them wanting people to be who they are. Patrick Mahomes is on that side. So you had to see him, whether you Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or these guys we mentioned in the Joe Burrow.
So nobody's beating Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts and Patrick.
What up?
Sports dude. The only two people left playing football to beat Patrick Mahomes is Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So I think that hump gonna have to be, Lamar gonna have to get that hump. And then last year he lost to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So to me, there was nothing against
keep losing to Patrick
in the finals. He'll beat him all during the season.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
But the finals come, and I feel like it's like Big Brother syndrome. I feel like when it's on the line, it means nothing and you shooting around with your brother, and it means nothing and y'all playing horse. And you get a luck, you get a win, and you like, yeah, he like, all right, man. See, but then you start bragging. So the next time you come out to play him, which is in the NFC or AFC championship, and then he all on you. You can't even move. He talk that shit down. Yeah. It's like that Big Brother syndrome. They get up in there, and then you look over there and wave at him one time.
Even though I will say this, and I don't know if you remember this because this wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago. Remember that game against Kansas City when we all were sitting there like, yo, why isn't Lamar running?
That's what I was talking about.
And that goes back to that they were supposed to beat him that year. Remember, he broke free. And I don't know if you remember, because I think we were sitting here watching.
He was.
And he literally had everybody beat. And he kind of just slowed down and kind of looked back and just let the dude catch up to him for no reason. He was like, yo, why did he? And then the whole game, the rest of the game, he just wasn't running like he should be.
Kept looking for the pass.
It was kind of weird, what is happening? So you think about shit like that, and it's like, is it scripted? You know what I mean?
That's what I be thinking, but I don't want to say it, but So if it's not scripted, he needs to step up to the plate and do what he does best, man. Keep running. I would back up and run. I swear to God, I would run Derrick Henry a bunch of times, and then I would run to the point where they bring everybody in, and then I'm finally gonna throw the ball. Like it's no reason they didn't run the ball enough. Hey, it's not enough. It's not a reason they didn't run enough. Right. I mean, they didn't run as much. Like you got Derrick Henry back there. Yeah. Saquon was breaking all the time. And then it was easy to get one-on-one with A.J. Brown on the side, touchdown. Now, look, man, it's an imitation league. So,
fantasy football is on the
oh, yes. I already
asked you, without saying it, you could just say the position, pause, but,
definitely.
First pick. Who are you looking at? Like, as far as
Can't get that secret away because you are actually in my.
Because I already know where I'm going. If I can get to a boy, I already know where I'm
going.
going.
Always not in the league with the other league with the cheating commissioner. But, but which I love that league. You know,
everybody turn your money in on time.
Yeah, please. I was gonna say that too. But in the league that we in, like the other league, you know, we always in the fight.
I lost the Super Bowl 2 years in a row.
So first, like I give you some ideas because I already did a mock draft. And I already did a mock draft at like the 8th spot. Just to see.
Boy, I got a sleeper pick. I promise you, niggas is gonna be like, you pick him first? Yup, because I already know what time it is.
I'm gonna tell you who a sleeper pick, who I'm trying to pick first. Genty, running back for the Raiders.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because he's number one covering college.
Yeah, that's a good sleeper.
I definitely want and need a running back, so that'd be a sleeper.
Yeah, I can't give mine away. That's going to somebody going to jump on Paul.
Yeah. But another sleeper for me was, I'm not going with the big names here. Like I'm done with McCaffrey. Like I've drafted McCaffrey twice for the past couple of years.
Well, I'm trying to get my hands on Brock Bowers again. Please let me.
Yeah, he gonna be. Now they got Geno over there. They don't like to throw for the tight end, and they got a running back. Yeah, that'll be dope. But yeah, man, sports.
Can't wait.
Football's coming back. It's a real exciting time for us. Yeah, so man, I think we wrapped everything up.
Yeah, that's about it.
Good time. Yeah, it's under an hour, so.
Oh yeah. Time to say goodbye to all our
Neighbor friends.
Yeah, whites and Yugoslavians and
Mongolians. Yo, I had Mongolian beef the other day, so pause. And it was delicious.
Yeah, you gotta pause Mongolian beef.
Yeah, I don't know how I thought we'd be doing pausing anyway, but anyway, man, thank y'all for tuning in, everybody on YouTube, family, on another live.
Facebook. Appreciate y'all, but we about to get out of here and do the same thing y'all doing right now. Relax.
Peace.
Yeah.